Now, dear students, today I am to deliver a lecture on the absurd play. What is absurd about the absurd play and why it is called absurd play? In the fifth semester, we have been prescribed three absurd plays named after the chairs, the Waiting for Godot, and one more is there, perhaps the frogs. Anyway, let us begin with the absurdity. What is absurd in the absurd play? Absurd, the literary meaning of absurd is obscure, not clear. So, when the things are vague, when the things are not clear, when the saying is not clear what my opponent is telling to me and what he wants to say, when it is not clear, we become disgusted, we become frustrated, and we says everything is absurd. This is called absurdity, and this is what happened in this play, in all these three plays. Here the audience, the readers get disgusted because nothing is clear what the writer wants to say, what the characters want to say. Nothing is clear to the readers. That is why we feel disgusted about this play and we named it after absurd play. Let us take an example of this one, the chairs. The chair is a play, an absurd play written by Eugene Ionesco. Anyway, Eugene has used the technique of absurdity in this play, and in this play we have the three characters, three visible characters, though characters are many, and only three are visible and the rest are invisible characters. The first one is the old man. He is a 95 years old man. The second one is the old lady, old woman. She is 94 years old and she is the wife of the old man. The third one is orator. The orator is 45 to 50 years old, and what is important about this orator is he is both dumb and deaf. He is a mute one. Anyway, now the play begins. The old man and the old woman were living in an isolated island. When the play opens, we find the old man is peeping through the window outside the room. The old woman went there and snatches him inside and draws him inside the room and says that today you have to deliver the wonderful message to the world. You have told me that you will deliver the wonderful message to the world. So the old man becomes very excited. Yes, I have to deliver such wonderful speech, such wonderful message to the audience, to the world. Anyway, this man come to sit there. There were many chairs were there inside the room, but he comes to sit on the lap of the old woman. Anyway, the old woman calms him down and says that today we are waiting for this audience, our visitors who are coming to listen our message, and you please have the chair. So you please be calm and quiet. Well, there started the coming of the visitors to his house, to her house. Anyway, the series of the visitors are large one, and the first visitor was a lady. The lady was invisible. This old woman gives her a chair, offers her a chair. The lady sits down on the chair. The second one is a colonel. The second visitor is a colonel. He also occupies a chair. And the third one is Bele. Belle and photo engraver. Belle was a lady and photo engraver was her husband. Anyway, Belle coming to the or going to the past of the life of the old man, we find that Belle was the lover of the old man. So old man started talking to the Belle and the old woman was now talking to the photo engraver. Well, then comes the another many other persons were there, the many other visitors were there, all were gathering inside the room to listen the wonderful message what the old man is to deliver today. And this message to the old man, according to the old man, this message is a very fruitful one to the world people, and they will inspire through this message. This message will bring some sort of lessons to the world and the persons and the audiences who will listen it. Anyway, the visitors grew such in large numbers that there was no room inside the room. And since children were also there, they were making noise there. The hubbub, the commotion were all disturbing to the old man and the old woman. They were nothing listen to each other what they want to say, and so every time they were crying what they want to speak, they speak in a loud voice, in a loud sound to each other. Anyway, the last one, there came the emperor. The emperor is the most significant visitor to this room. Everyone they feel, the old man and the old woman feel proud of this visitor in form of the emperor, and they say that long live our emperor. The emperor also gets a chair. They offer the chair to the emperor. The emperor also takes the seat there. And the last visitor was this man, orator. Anyway, the orator arrived there. Now it is the time of the message to convey. What the message the old man and the old man wants to convey to the world, they were all ready to listen it. The audience were all ready to listen it. Mind it, only 3 physical appearances were there. The rest were all invisible. Then the old man and the old woman comes to the side of the window, and all together they jumps outside the window and died there. What was the message there? The orator comes on the stage, and now he wants to speak to the audience. He wants to make the audience understand what the message was. But we find that the orator was both dumb and deaf. He is mute. He can't speak anything, though he wants to utter the words from his throat. But it was in vain. So he wanted to write down some words on the board, but this word was also not clear what he wants to write, what he wants to say. It was not clear to the audience. The orator is also gone. The curtain falls down. This is the end of the drama, and this is what the readers get. The readers and the audience get nothing what the message was. So nothing connects with nothing. We feel disgusted, hence it is called an absurd play. But the message is there. The morality, the message of this absurd play, The Chair, is that the old man prefers to get rid of this illusion of life. They did not want to counter the realistic things of the life, because they are quite old one. These are all the illusions to them, and they want to get rid of it. This is what the play means, and this is the end of the absurd play, The Chair.